Honouring Their Sacrifice by Sandy Miller. Once more, the Warrandyte community came together to remember the sacrifice of war on Anzac Day. This year marked the 110th anniversary of the Gallipoli landings and the young nation of Australia's baptism of fire. Beginning at Whipstick Gully, Jim Pleasance again led the march to the Warrandyte War Memorial, with more than a dozen veterans of conflicts ranging from Vietnam to Afghanistan. They were accompanied by around 100 other marchers, including families, dignitaries from all levels of government, local emergency services, scouts, sporting groups, and the general public. Manningham Mayor Deirdre Diamonte told the Diary she was amazed and heartened that the large numbers attending Anzac Day services continue each year. The marchers were met by another 500 people in the RSL Memorial Garden. The newly renovated grounds were admired by the gathered crowd, who appreciated the firm footing and new access ramp. This year, the usual military escort, the 22nd Engineer Regiment, was holding its own commemoration as part of the service at the Melbourne Shrine. So Councillor Diamonte assisted the RSL in facilitating the Doncaster Squadron, Australian Air League, to take on the ceremonial duties for the day. Secretary of Warrandyte RSL, Jennifer Bryant, said they loved having the involvement of the Air Cadets, who helped with the setup, flag bearing and catafalque duty. RSL President Lionel Oldenhoven led the ceremony, noting that this year marks the 110th anniversary of the soldiers of the Australian and New Zealand Defence Forces landing at Gallipoli.
We gather today as a show of respect on the day that is important to all of us, as a community and as a nation. We are all here today to commemorate not only their landing in Gallipoli, but also the brave men and women who have subsequently served in Australia and the courage and endurance they have demonstrated in service of our nation. Most importantly, Anzac Day is a time for us all to come together to remember those who made the ultimate sacrifice so that this community can live in freedom today. In a world beset by instability, war and political uncertainty, we offer our thanks to those who continue to serve on the front line of our nation's defence and provide the security and support to our communities.
Incumbent member for Menzies and Afghanistan veteran Keith Woolahan spoke about cherishing the veterans who had so much to tell. He recalled a memory from his childhood when he met some of the last of the World War I veterans and noted that we are now looking to the last of those who served in World War II, who are all now over the age of 100. Mr. Woolahan spoke about a recent meeting with one of those World War II veterans, Coast Watcher Jim Burrows, who survived against all odds but lost 2 brothers in the war. He said the great purpose of Anzac Day was so that the loved ones of the fallen soldiers left behind were able to share their grief, like Mr. Burrows' mother.
She felt like this country cared, remembered, and put a comforting hand on her shoulder and said, "You are not alone, and it was worth it."
Mr. Woolahan said the way to honour the sacrifice of our veterans was to live a life of purpose.
To give more than we take, to be kind to each other, to be good parents, to be good siblings, to be good sons and daughters, and to remember this above all else. We don't just say we live in the greatest country on earth, we really do, and there's a reason why. It's one of the oldest continuing democracies on earth. It's a place that is free, open, and for the most part fair. It's a place that we should be proud of. And it's a place that honours their sacrifice and is worth, when required, fighting for, lest we forget.
The school captains of Warrandyte High School, Alicia Brunning and Kiro Nestorovsky, both gave moving readings before the wreath laying. The ceremony concluded with the last post and singing of the national anthems of New Zealand and Australia. Refreshments were then served in the club rooms. Ms. Bryant said that in preparing for the commemoration, some of the memorial markers were returned to the garden beds, and further works on the grounds will be done on the landscaping of the memorial gardens in the coming months.